Hi, everyone. Have you ever had the feeling of always being entertained, always stimulated, but still feeling empty, unmotivated, and tired? What's happening may have a name: excess dopamine, or rather, an excess of superficial, easy, and purposeless pleasure. Today, we're going to understand what this does to your brain, your mood, and your life. And of course, how to get out of this destructive cycle. And if this topic makes sense to you, give us your thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let's get started.
What is dopamine?
Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical substance that the brain uses to send messages. It is directly linked to motivation, pleasure, and the reward system. For example, when you accomplish a goal, when you eat something tasty, when you have a new idea, there is a spike in dopamine. Dopamine is not the pleasure hormone per se, but the pleasure-seeking hormone. It's what drives us to act. In other words, it's more linked to motivation than to pure pleasure. The problem is that we have learned to hack this system. With clicks, notifications, short videos, and instant rewards, we create a world of artificial gratification. This gets dopamine going, but it doesn't really fulfill us.
The villains of empty pleasure.
Let's talk about the main stimuli that flood our brains with dopamine without any real effort. 1. Social media. The endless feed is designed to grab your attention. Every notification, like, or message activates the reward system. The result? You get stuck and can't stop. Next thing you know, you've wasted a lot of time on it, but you feel as if you've done nothing useful. 2. Online shopping. The act of shopping, even if you don't need to, brings a surge of dopamine. When the purchase is physical, it involves social contact. You make the effort to go to the place, plan the time, try out the products, reflect on the purchase. But when you buy online, none of this happens. It's all too quick, easy, and empty. Waiting for delivery also triggers anticipation and excitement, and then comes guilt, emptiness, and anxiety. 3. Games and videos. Many games are based on quick rewards. Similarly, short videos are addictive because they deliver dopamine every 15 seconds. Your brain gets used to this rhythm and finds everything slow or real, boring. And when everything is too stimulating, what is natural can seem dull.
The consequences of excess.
When dopamine is released excessively and frequently, the brain gets used to it and builds up a tolerance. This can result in 3 things. 1. What used to give pleasure now seems dull. 2. Important activities, such as studying, working, or socializing, seem boring or burdensome because they require effort and are not based on quick and easy rewards. 3. A constant state of demotivation, anxiety, apathy, or even sadness emerges.
The cycle of addiction.
You reach for something pleasurable and quick, like a video, a game, or food. Your brain releases dopamine and you feel a high. When the effect wears off, you feel bored or empty. To relieve this, you reach for another high. And so it goes on. This cycle is addictive, and over time, it minimizes natural pleasure. Simple things like talking, reading, walking, cooking lose their fun, and you start living in search of the next stimulus. Always stronger, more intense, until nothing satisfies anymore.
Warning signs.
Of course, we're talking here about excess, an extreme situation. We're not condemning social networks, online shopping, or games. Our goal is always balance. So, if your relationship with dopamine is balanced, everything is fine. But if you're constantly looking for stimulus, feel empty after consuming something that should do you good, or procrastinate on simple tasks, perhaps your dopamine is overstimulated.
How to regain balance.
The good news is that it is possible to get out of this bad cycle and regain balance with awareness, patience, and small, consistent habits. 1. Do a dopamine detox. Set aside time in your day without social networks, videos, or compulsive consumption. It doesn't have to be radical. Start with 30 minutes a day offline, then move on to 1 hour, and gradually increase. 2. Relearn to enjoy the simple. Activities such as walking, meditating, cooking, or drawing may seem boring at first, but they are powerful for rebalancing your brain. 3. Create natural rewards. Set small, challenging, and real goals. When you accomplish an important task, celebrate. This activates dopamine in a healthy way. 4. Practice mindfulness. Keeping your attention on the present helps reduce anxiety about external stimuli. There are various mindfulness techniques, Find one that suits you and is aligned with your routine.
Conclusion.
Dopamine is not your enemy. The problem is how we use it, excessively, superficially, and without awareness. The secret is to seek balance, depth, and purpose. Did you like the video? Then comment here what habit you want to start changing today. Subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who needs to understand this too. See you in the next video. Bye.